Welcome and privyet. This is the PostGIS function of the week, episode 5. I'm Reese, and this week's function is centroid. What is centroid? Centroid is a function that is used to get the center of mass of any given geometry or geography. Let's pop into pSQL and have a look at the function signature. There are three variants. The variant that returns a geography can take two arguments, the geography itself, and then with a Boolean function which indicates whether or not to use a spheroid. At some point in the future, we'll touch on or do a deep dive on the geography type of PostGIS. And then the other two variants are returning geometry. One accepts a geometry and the other accepts a text input, which is presumably going to be a well-known text input. Let us look at a simple example. We're going to use a well-known text line string. And the centroid of a line string starting at 0, 0 and ending at 100, 100 should be 50, 50. So let's see if that works. Of course, we can't read that, so let us use st as text to return it as well-known text. Alright, so it returns a point at 50-50. Pretty straightforward. I have a table here with the Jamaican parishes. This is what it looks like. We're going to create a centroid for each parish. So let's do that now. Alright, we've created that table. Let's pop into QGIS and add it. These are the parishes here. Let's browse to the Jamaica schema, hit refresh, and we can add our centroids. And it looks as you'd expect it to look, pretty much in the center of each parish. Point to note that the little parish of Kingston, which is very oddly shaped and actually is a multi-polygon with two little bits, like so, the centroid is not actually intersecting the polygon itself. It's in between two halves, in between the two sections. Yeah. So that's centroid. Very, very simple. In fact, I didn't mention that this will be the first of 3 episodes where there will be a kind of a story arc. So this week is centroid, next week is hexagon grid, and the week after that is distance. And in the final episode, we'll tie it together and do something fancy-ish, not like super fancy, but fancy enough. All right, folks, this was short and sweet. Join me next week for SD hexagon grid.